As we're still in Easter recess, we know you've been concentrating on certain topical issues. What have you been looking at this week?
Well, this week I've been taking a closer look at the sorts of transport issues that come up in Preston. I've been reviewing how these have been handled by transport ministers. I can raise any transport-related issue to the Department of Transport, and I often do. This can be in the form of a question on the floor of the House. It can also be as a written parliamentary question, or I can write directly to the Minister when people write to me about specific issues.
What sort of casework do you get from your constituents related to transport, and more importantly, how can you help them?
Recently, I've been getting casework about train services. These are often being delayed and cancelled. Last month, I questioned the Transport Minister about the unacceptable level of train cancellations at Preston Station. I also asked about the improvement plans that the Prime Minister mentioned during a recent Prime Minister's question session. No detail or timescale has been forthcoming from the Department for Transport. Although separately this week, developers have released the outline plans to regenerate the Preston Station quarter. The plans will see part of the Fishergate shopping centre being replaced. There will be new offices and mixed-use buildings to provide a more welcoming space next to the train station. People have also been getting in touch, angry about Avanti trains. They recently decided to go cashless for onboard catering. I know from my own experience that the card machines on the trains very often don't work, and people can only use cash, even though they might have wanted to use a card. But the RMT union have warned that this could lead to job losses. It could also further discourage rail travel for passengers who mainly deal in cash. Another risk is that the onboard shops could go altogether because of low usage.
Is it just trains that people complain about?
No, not at all. Another great area of concern locally is the price of school bus fares, and I've taken this issue up strongly since the increases last summer. I've written to Preston Bus, Transport Ministers and tabled parliamentary questions on this issue. Preston Bus gave the reasons of inflation and unallocated funding from the Conservative-led Lancashire County Council, funding which could have been used to subsidise bus fares for pupils and young people. Adult fares are currently capped at £2 until the end of the year, but there is uncertainty after that. There is also discontent about not having a joined-up, affordable bus service running from east to west in Lancashire.
What about things like potholes?
That's a local authority highways issue. People should be going to see their county councillors about fixing the roads. But yes, of course, people raise this with me from time to time. More than just fixing the surface of roads, what we really need is a joined-up, efficient system that is reliable, and one which gets people to and from work, school and other places in and around Preston. Public transport should be affordable, clean and sustainable. It's an area that I'm quite passionate about, making sure that we reach our net zero commitments in the process.
Have you done any work around sustainable transport options?
Yes, I've questioned transport ministers about what they're doing to encourage electric vehicles. While they're a good idea, only 2% of cars in the UK are electric, and ownership is concentrated in people from higher income groups. I also recently met with the Electrical Vehicle Association England to discuss the electrical vehicle transition in Preston and across the country. They shared their recent policy report with me. It outlines what the government could and should do to support the switch away from polluting cars and to get more drivers, particularly from poorer backgrounds, to take up zero-emission driving more quickly.
Thank you for watching, and if you are a constituent wanting to contact Mark, please see the details here.